Now, in the past, I think more than 20 years, you see, we had some sort of serious discussion or seminar with scientists. There is some sort of dialogue or discussion, or actually mutual learning. Of course, basically it's 4 fields: cosmology, neurobiology, and subatomic physics, such as quantum physics, then psychology. So, and quantum physics also is in some similar view. Cosmology, basically same, but then some particular sort of description about the world, flat, and in the center, Mount Meru. These are up-to-date. Of course, the Buddhist text, the different description about cosmology. So therefore,
so in a sense, the Buddhists have a liberty to choose which one they want to take.
Then some of the quantum, such as quantum physics, really of the great interest over 2,000 years, sort of what's the Buddhist concept, and modern latest sort of
findings,
scientific sort of
findings,
physicist sort of finding. There are many similarities. Then, in any way, about the physical part, there are many things to learn from modern science, to Buddhist. So really worthwhile, listen or study from them. Then the neurobiology, although the Buddhists, particularly in Tantrayana, say mind and energy. So quite interesting, you see, to investigate the relation between emotions and the neurons and these things. But as far as the physical side, the modern science, much more advanced. So very useful to learn from them. But the connection between neurons and the consciousness, mind, still is not very clear. The modern science or psychology, usually they call soft science. I think very young, very, very young, something like kindergarten. The ancient Indian sort of science of mind seems much advanced. So a lot of information, something useful to modern scientists. So therefore, my scientist sort of friend, they provide that simple equipment to test. So although they, since I think almost 10 years ago, some equipment is put there, but then just we wait, someone who should die. But then, when the equipment available, no one die through such sort of experience. Then when in the past, there's quite a number of occasions such happen, but then machine not available. So now last year, 2 things combined now. So in any way, So these things really interesting to the further sort of investigation or acquiring our knowledge through joint effort. It's very good. So now the mind. Now here, since our meeting with scientists about mind, one thing in India, perhaps I think more than 2,000 years, perhaps around 3,000 years, there is some knowledge about sensorial consciousness or mind, and yilukasa.
Mental, sensory versus mental experiences.
So in this modern science, this
So in the course of our conversations with scientists vis-a-vis classical Indian thought, one thing that seems to be clear is that on the part of the Western science and its kind of theoretical traditions, there doesn't seem to be, unlike in the classical Indian context, a clear distinction drawn between sensory level of experiences versus mental level of experiences.
That's very, very important, make distinction. The sensorial consciousness of mind very much related with the body, with the body element. The mental level, as I mentioned earlier, the grosser level, very much related with the body element, but more subtler, more autonomy. And then the motivation strategy,
and also when we talk about the underlying states of mind that motivate behavior, and then we're not talking at the level of sensory level of experience, it is talking at the level of mental level of experience. So therefore, in order to understand the functions and operations of this mental level of experience, which is really what determine a lot of our experience of happiness and unhappiness and harm and injury and so on, simply focusing our observation and study on the sensory level of experience is not going to be adequate